A dedicated Filipino pavilion at next year's TIFF could be next. This was one of the outcomes of a roundtable in Toronto, along with a call to guide Filipino creatives on how to access funding and opportunities. The gathering brought together producers, filmmakers, actors, academics, industry leaders, and Philippine government.
Very, very useful. We had so many talents and geniuses in one room.
The artists agreed that a Filipino pavilion at TIFF could open doors for networking, just like in Cannes, where Arvin Bellarmino's collaboration on the film Ali began from a simple conversation. Assistant Secretary Nylah Bautista emphasized how the Film Development Council of the Philippines could act as a one-stop shop for Canadian creators, especially in answering the biggest question, how to access funding.
The creative economy in the Philippines, it contributes about 1.94 trillion pesos in our GDP, and it employs to about more than 7.5 million Filipinos. So it goes to show that the vast potential of the creative economy that it brings to our country.
She also pointed out that an agreement between the Philippines and Canada on creative exchange is already in place.
How we can harness the co-production agreement that we have with the Philippines and Canadian companies. This agreement has been here since 1998, and this one has been generating about $81 billion since then. And it's about time that we update this treaty, and it would be good that we have official counterpart, which is FDCP, and they have all the knowledge and the assistance to be able to assist our fellow Filipinos in terms of accessing that grant.
But not everyone in the community know about it.
I know there was a co-production treaty, but I don't know what that means.
Romeo Candido, a veteran Filipino-Canadian creative, was unsure how the treaty could be accessed.
And I'm the tito, and if I don't know, then nobody knows. You know what I mean? The rest of the gang doesn't know. It's exciting. There's something really exciting about the idea that there's a co-production treaty and that there could be support, but I really just, none of us understand how to get that.
And yet, despite the gaps, Candido continues to embody Filipino versatility in the Canadian creative space.
My name is Romeo Candido. I'm a Filipino-Canadian creative. I've been working in theater, film, advertising, television, digital. I've worked in all of the industries at this point, and what I represent is I just feel like as Filipinos, we are all multi-hyphenate creators. We are all people that work in multiple platforms. And so what I represent is just kind of being platform agnostic and being able to be fluid in using every platform as a means of getting our story out. I don't believe I'm one thing, and I actually firmly believe that Filipinos are very versatile.
Cine Institute, founded by Michael Masangkay and co-led by Executive Director Rosary Escaño, is building on that versatility by mobilizing Filipino-Canadian creatives. Its mandate is to connect artists, entrepreneurs, and policymakers, strengthening cultural and economic exchange between the Philippines and Canada. Filmmaker Arvin Bellarmino, whose film Agapito premiered at TIFF's Shorts Cuts program, spoke about his creative process.
It's really hard if you think festival first, like you just really need to somehow make this passionate, story.
He says recognition at Cannes and TIFF was a welcome surprise. With him in Toronto were actors Noor Hushmand and Jeremy Mayores and producer John Galvez of 901 Studios.
We actually didn't expect anything when we made this film. We're so happy of the acknowledgement that we got from Cannes and now here in TIFF.
Bellarmino's motivations for doing films have not changed.
It's always about me being passionate and devoted to my stories, like small stories from my neighborhood, from back home.
Now preparing for his first feature film, he says technology is secondary to what timelessly matters.
Ang generation kasi ngayon sobrang democratized na talaga ng paggawa ng pelikula. Like everyone can make a films through phones. But at the end of the day, I think it's really the story.
And to aspiring filmmakers, he reminds them to push through the fears.
Kumbaga, wag silang matakot to tell, stories like, drama stories, horror, comedy, marami nang nakikwento ng ganyan. And yung magpapa-unique na lang talaga sa kanila is their own connection to that story.
Commissioner Tani, for his part, said that a Filipino pavilion at TIFF could put the Philippines on a larger stage.
It's something that is going to be very helpful for us in terms of putting our best foot forward for the Philippines. The Philippines is emerging as a powerhouse now in terms of the creative economy and in terms of film. The 2 straight years that I've been here in Canada, I've seen our best films come here to TIFF. Last year we had the likes of Sunshine and Bona. This year, of course, director Lav Diaz's masterpiece Magellan, which is the entry of the Philippines into the Academy Awards, is having its North American premiere here. And we also have films such as Agapito that is launching here in TIFF. If we have this opportunity to put a pavilion in TIFF, it will be on a wider scale and it will definitely create more noise.
For young artists Noor Hushmand and Jeremy Mayores, TIFF was both inspiring and humbling.
Sarap iuwi yung kung ano man yung natutunan namin dito sa Pilipinas.
And also adding connections also to different cultures, getting connected with other different possible collaborators. Kasi hindi lang naman bilang isang independent artist na actor lang kami, we're also performance artists. So hindi lang sa film kundi sa iba ding larangan, we can do connection with dance, with theater.
From government leaders to creative veterans and rising talents, the roundtable captured both the challenges and the promise of Filipino creativity, and perhaps the first ever Filipino pavilion at the TIFF.